Dude's a zombie. Well, folks, not really, but there's an important lesson to be learned here in this video. Folks, Fernando doing another video for the more survivalists, and stay for this one because it is a little bit different from what we usually see. And as I always say, the more of these videos you watch and you learn from other people's experiences, the more likely you are to not make the same mistakes. As always, it is also super easy to analyze these things from the comfort of our homes without being in that split of a second decision moment, okay? But remember that if you want to learn more about all of this and much more, specifically for self-defense, that sort of thing, you have Street Survival Skills, where I talk about a bunch of topics regarding self-defense, home defense, and personal security. Let's continue watching this. Here we go. We have the police officer. He's responding to a man that has been attacking people in this neighborhood with a box cutter, okay? So he knows he has a blade. He knows he's dangerous, so he takes adequate precautions.
Take your hand out of your pocket. Take your hand out of your pocket. No, I'm going to check you for weapons, though.
I have one.
Don't touch anything. What do you have?
A box cutter.
Keep your hand on top of your head.
I like the way he's talking. I like the way, I mean, there's so little of it, but the body language seems to be right. Guys, this is super important. Not going into panic, not being scared or doubtful or having a, stumbling with your own words as you give out commands. Stay there. Don't put your hands in your pocket, against the wall, on the floor. Keep your hands up. You have to be very firm, very clear, and not doubt. If you're scared, if you're, falling over your words and not exactly explaining what you want this guy to do, but above everything else, if he sees doubt, fear, if he sees that you're not secure about what you're saying, that guy may decide to attack, because all of these little things, the tone of voice, the body language, the way you hold your gun, the way you're secure on what you're doing, that's all being processed in this guy's CPU. And he's deciding, do I go for it? Do I jump him? Do I attack him? Do I run? What is it that I do? And the more weakness he detects, the more likely that's gonna be what he chooses to do. But the same goes for overreacting to things. If you're because you're scared and you're shouting and you're loud, but you're losing control. You don't want to do that. You want to be super cool, calm, collected, and firm in your commands, okay? The famous command voice. Keep your hands up. Don't put your hands in your pocket against the wall. Don't move. You will get shot if you move. Be very clear with all of these things. That's going to be helping a lot, but it's not always the outcome that you want. This is going to be improving the odds of that, but shit happens anyway.
Turn around and face the wall. Face the fence.
Are you going to push me?
Yeah, I'm going to take your box cutter away from you.
Right here.
Don't touch it. I'm going to take it.
Don't touch it.
Put your hands in the fence. 17, 16.
17,
Don't put your hand in your pocket.
Nice.
This guy's got a box cutter. I've got a drawn down on him. We're in the north alley of Lion. Just keep your hands in your feet.
That is not what you want to see. What I mean by that is that finger on the slide. Guys, as I said in one of the videos recently, keep things simple. Don't screw around with weird shit. And that's weird shit. Your thumb on the slide like that, that's not how you place your hands. There is a standardized way in which you grip a pistol, and it's not that. That is not it. You're supposed to grip a handgun in one simple, effective way, which is this one. When your thumb is like so, okay? That is what you want to see, okay? That is where your finger should be. That's why I'm explaining it here all the time, every single time the same way. That's how you make sure your finger does not go in weird shit places like putting your thumb on the slide. Why? Because there's likely to cause an interruption. I mean, depending on how much force he's applying or not, it could work or it could not. If that finger goes a little bit more back, I can guarantee you, and you've seen this thing many times, you know, the finger blocking the way of the slide as it goes back, and that always will cause an interruption. There's no way of avoiding it. If your thumb is, you're gripping your gun like so many times you see in stupid movies, or especially in older ones where they didn't have like consulting people. So holding your hand in such a way that will unavoidably cause an interruption, not a good idea. That is not what you want to see in proper grip of a gun. So things are important to keep simple and correct. Yeah, pressure there, not good. Would not recommend it. And there he goes, right there he goes, and he doesn't know if he's running or he's attacking. He definitely says, I'm attacking. Yeah, right? Well, yeah, there I go. Boom, boom, boom. There's 3 rounds that are being fired. 2 hit the man in the torso, and he goes down. Does he go down? Is he staying down for good? Well, not really. See how he doubts, he's not sure, he's going for it. If the man had gone straight at it, and depending on the weapon he had, he could have stabbed that officer quite easily. But he doubts, he moves away, officer does his job, and he goes down. But he's not down for good, he gets up again. And here is where things get even more interesting. So what is it that you do now? He's standing, he dropped the, you know, bring the taser.
Taser. Wait, hang on.
Taser. Taser fails. As always, taser. Now, this is uninteresting because what is that he's supposed to do here? I would not blame the officer if he shoots. I cannot blame him for not shooting either, because probably in this very, you know, gray scale of things, black and white, he's probably leaning more towards not shooting being the right thing, because if he's not holding that box cutter anymore and he's moving away from the officer, then you could say, well, I'm not an immediate threat. I'm not an immediate danger. Now, the thing is, does this guy have another weapon? What if he goes in and attacks someone else? Then I should have shot him down right there, then and there. But he decides that no, he will not do that because he's retreating. He's moving away. He's not attacking me. He just moves away, and they already shot him. So, do I really need to shoot him again? Well, that's a decision for this guy to make in a split decision when adrenaline is pumping like crazy. Oh, but things get interesting because now, because he did not shoot the unarmed guy that was not attacking him, he goes into a house. What if he does have another knife or another weapon? What if he grabs one when he goes in there and hurts a family member there? A kid, a child, a bunch of them. You don't know. This is why it is so difficult to make these calls in these moments. So there's, you know, you have to understand that it's not easy, especially when things are going this way.
Is that going to be online or on internet?
So they have him cornered there.
You're down on the ground.
Knife.
He's claiming he's got a knife. All right. He can't get anywhere other than out here. All right. You're going to go less lethal? All right. Yep. Get down, do it.
Taser fails. The guy goes after one of the officers. The officer ends up doing his thing again and shoots him in the arm. The guy actually is taken to the hospital and survives. And basically that's where all of this ends, with one more round in his arm. And this is also interesting. The 2 rounds on the chest were not enough to bring him down. He was capable of getting up again and attacking and running and keep on doing his thing. Now, 1 more round in the arm, it's not like a mechanical thing that makes him stop. He just decides, I just had enough. I've been shot enough times. I'm going down and staying here, and I'm not getting up again because I simply do not want to get shot again, right? I've been shot enough today, so I'm staying down even though this was just 1 in the arm. And yeah, apparently he recovered in the hospital and he's alive and well. This the suspect that was in the video. Folks, interesting stuff. Learn from it, and I guess that the big lesson here is just because someone is on the floor doesn't mean he's really incapacitated. You just have to make sure you keep your gun trained on him until you're absolutely sure you have things under control. In this case, as a police officer, that means a partner comes, cuffs him, removes any weapons, that sort of thing. For you, just make sure you contact law enforcement and make sure you're still capable of defending yourself even from the guy that is in the floor and you think is incapacitated, because he may well not be. Guys, that's going to be all for now. See you on the next video. Take care.